There's no doubt Trump is the favorite, and he has been on top throughout most of the election cycle. It was only a short week-long period back in September where Kamala Harris took the lead in the forecast. But again, just like in Arizona, we see a pretty similar graph. As the election nears, Trump is only on the up and up. So now we have the final lean state filled in. The remaining 5 races are all tilt states, which means they could realistically go either way, but that's based on this forecast. Reasonably speaking, Trump can win all of them. He's leading in the polls in all of these 7 swing states, but we're based on 538's model, their very left-leaning model, the race is slightly more competitive than reality. And so the lean states are ones in which no candidate has more than a 60% chance of winning. We're going to begin with the 2 remaining Sunbelt states. We're just going to get them filled in and out of the way, as the election will likely come down to the Midwest. And so we're going to start in Nevada, a state where no Democrat has lost since 2004. Kamala Harris has just a 52% chance of winning. Now, Nevada is probably the purest toss-up on the entire map. It is a battleground, but it doesn't get too much attention because it only has 6 electoral votes. It is very unlikely to actually decide the election. According to Polymarket, it's basically a tie, but Trump has taken a very slight lead. It really doesn't matter who wins Nevada, but right now, Harris has a small lead. According to this forecast, in reality, Trump is probably going to win it anyways, but for right now, it is going to be tilt blue on our map, although ultimately, the 6 electoral votes isn't going to do much for the vice president. In North Carolina, though, this is a pretty big state. It's a very important state for Donald Trump. He must win it if he wants to have any chance of being elected the next president, and the good news for him is that he has a 58% chance of winning the Tar Heel state again, a state he won in both 2016 and 2020. Polymarket has him at a 66% chance, and the only reason why Trump isn't doing better in North Carolina is because of Mark Robinson, the candidate for governor on the Republican side. He's just been engulfed in too many scandals. He's going to lose his campaign. However, he's probably not going to be able to drag Trump down with him. So the former president remains the favorite in North Carolina, a must-win state. And with 3 out of the 4 Sunbelt competitive races going to Trump, he is just 8 electoral votes away from the presidency. Moving up now to the Midwest, we have Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, the 3 states that decided the election in 2016 and 2020, and will probably decide the election this time around as well. These are the 3 most important states in the country, especially Pennsylvania, which has received by far the most attention, as it has 19 electoral votes and is definitely the most important of the 3. Donald Trump does lead in Pennsylvania, though. He's finally retaken the advantage. He has a 50% chance of winning, and if you look at how the simulations break down, Trump does have a very slight advantage, so he is actually in the lead here in Pennsylvania for the first time in over 2 months. Kamala Harris was never actually going to win Pennsylvania, though. She's barely been ahead in the polling, and now that she's lost the lead, she doesn't have much of a chance at all, as polling always underestimates support for Trump. On Polymarket, his odds sit at 57. There's no doubt Trump is going to win Pennsylvania back, a state he won in 2016, and so this will be more than enough to get him over the 270 electoral vote threshold. And then in Wisconsin and Michigan, these 2 races are going to vote very similarly to Pennsylvania. In fact, the last time the 3 states didn't all vote for the same candidate was 1988. However, according to 538's leftist forecast, they have Harris as a slight favorite in Wisconsin with a 51% chance of winning, and then in Michigan, her odds are at 53. Although, in all honesty, these are 2 races that Trump is very likely to win. On Polymarket, they've both become a lean Republican. Wisconsin, Trump at 56. Michigan, Trump is at 55. This was definitely not the case even just 1 week ago. But according to 538, they are going to be tilt blue. So based on their forecast, Donald Trump is on track to win the election with 281 electoral votes, Kamala Harris at 257. If even 538 is now turning on Harris, then you know for sure that Trump is in a very, very strong position to enter the White House in January. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe right now for more content like this leading up to the election in November, and follow me on Twitter for daily political updates. Link in the description below.